Hey everyone. Today is my third day in the program, and I'm excited to be here. I'm so stoked that I came across this business model because I've been scouring the internet for years, looking for something that could give me this type of freedom. I love that this model provides real value for small businesses, and I also love learning about other industries. Anyway, I'm going through the site build-out section now, and I guess I keep coming up with reasons to doubt the niche I've started with. Now, as I start building and doing the research that goes along with it, all of these other considerations pop in my head and make me want to scrap them all and start over in another city. Do you guys ever feel that way? When you do you actually start over or just push forward and let the results answer? I thought I would be more excited at this moment, but I'm actually terrified. I just locked in my first deal and it's a monster. A workers' comp attorney just wired me $6,000 to build out 5 sites for him at $400 per site per month for SEO until one of the sites gets into the map pack. Then it increases to $1,000 per site in the map pack. People, I am freaking stoked. But man, I have so many questions. I would appreciate any advice or insight from all of you badass lead gen rock stars. I have to kill this. The Done For You team just finished 5 sites with optimization for my client, and they are fantastic. It's such a relief that I can rely on them to take care of the initial build out of my sites, because I still have a job with long hours and a crazy life schedule going into the holidays and my wedding in March. My client is stoked about the quality of the sites, and as long as he is happy, I am happy. I highly recommend outsourcing to them if you don't have the time to scale as quickly as you'd like. These are verified services that Dan has offered in the group, and they are a huge part of what makes our local lead generation group the best in the rank community and in the business. There's so much value here. Side note, I'm about 3 months into this course, and because of what I've learned here, not just from Dan, but from fellow members, I have a high-paying client that has already more than covered my course costs and will be paying me a monthly flat fee, which will bankroll all my 2020 lead gen properties. Throw yourself into the fire, create problems for yourself, and you'll figure it out. Boom. First payment for monthly SEO for my first and only client. Craziness. It is unreal that this was possible only 3 months into the program. Thank you, everyone, especially for walking me through this process. I'm just so grateful to be this flush, and to have the opportunity to expand so much more with this huge new set of skills. Taking off on a flight to Colombia for my bachelor party tonight. Couldn't imagine a better way to kick it off. I'm currently at 15 lead gens and likely adding 10 more in the next month, which will bring me to 25. I have a plan that will get me to at least 100 sites by the end of the year. Let's go. I've been grinding for years to find a way to kill my job and work from home, on my own hours. I tried countless online skills, but none of them came close to the results I've had since joining this program. Thank you, Dan. I'm hesitant to make a braggy post like this, but I think it could help some people realize that there still is money out there, and that the limitations are all in their head. I'm still new to this, and I suck at so much of the process. That's why I partner with other students who can fill my competence gap. The only skill I will give myself credit for is my willingness to throw myself into uncomfortable situations. Get the deal and solve problems later. I could totally fail at this project, and that scares me. But life is full of failure, and the only way to learn is to embrace it. Successful people have failed way bigger than this.
Some of you guys, you've tried a million different things. You've dipped your toe in the water. You've dabbled. You've messed around with things in the past, lotions, potions, MLMs, whatever. I don't even care, right? I'm all about people that are willing to put their necks out there and take some risks in life. Because the alternative is we go slave away for 40, 50 years for the man, get a gold freaking watch, and call it a day, and we live a life that we regret at the end of it. At the end of the day, money is a renewable resource. But lead generation, for those of us that can stick with it, for those of us that can see it all the way through, okay? Ups and downs. The pain is greater going and slaving for some other human that has more vision than I do, right? They're willing to take bigger risks than I am or I was. The pain is much greater never taking the risk on myself than doing some of the crappy little things that come above or come out. You get a GMB suspended, big freaking deal. You could have spent 10, 12 hours working for the man making him or her rich today, if you didn't take this risk and you didn't see all the way through.
I'm an amateur, but that's why this group is so great. If you're willing to utilize the people and resources in this group, any problem can be solved. First $10,000 plus profit month in the books. My job is dead. I started working with my first roofer in early 2020. I wasn't able to get his GMB put up until 2 months ago. Well, today they closed their first job, a new roof. They shot me $300 for the lead, but honestly, their gratitude for my service was the real reward. This guy was telling me how they'd never worked with a lead generator like me before, that they always had to compete with other contractors, and never had the personal relationship that I offer. I'm 10 months into this program, and I want you all to know that Dan and this local lead gen group are the truth. Trust the process. Just keep building. Don't dwell on any one individual lead gen site. Just build. Month 14 in local lead gen, and I've relocated cities and bought my first house. This is what I said I wanted to accomplish with this program on my sign-up call. And just over a year later, it's done. 100% this would not have been possible without Dan and my lead gen family. Prior to this, my career trapped me in Los Angeles. Now I have the freedom to live anywhere. Also, I now have the skills to make money without waiting for someone else to give me the opportunity to make money. I am in control. My previous industry, television production, is shut down because of the pandemic, and yet I've made more money during the pandemic than I ever have in my life. Now don't hit me with messages on how I did it because I'm not a superstar. Most of you are sharper at this than me. I have stumbled my way through this and still continue to do so. What has worked in my favor though, is my willingness to take lots of risks financially with my business and to take imperfect action daily. I've been reckless. The bottom line is this shit is not hard. I'm not the hardest worker. Just do something for your business every day and do not let perfection slow you down. Don't let fear of a spammy backlink, a suspended GMB, or shitty vendor slow you down. Experiment. Just keep doing shit. Embrace the mistakes. Move on from the failures quickly. The opportunities are endless. I'm happier than I've ever been. I really can't believe how lucky I was to stumble across that killer Secure the Bag ad copy back in August 2019. That's the end of my flex. Thank you to every one of you who have answered my questions, taken my calls, and given me the encouragement I needed to hear. Happy Thanksgiving, local lead gen. I'm thankful for all the trout I've racked up in 2020. Taking this trout I caught this morning as a sign of much more to come. I was able to kill my job last year because of a few high-ticket SEO and lead gen clients. Great place to be, but also a scary place to be. If I lost one of those clients, which I already have, I lose a significant portion of my income. My goal for 2021 is to hit 10K per month in salmon and trout lead gen deals. Ideally, $500 to $1,000 per month clients, so that my business has more legs to stand on, and to give me a base income that I can generally rely on for living expenses. I'm taking Damien's advice from the Vegas Reload 2020 event and breaking down my goals to 1K in new income per month. Well, here's my first trout deal at $600 per month. Somehow, this is more exciting for me than my first $3,500 per month SEO deal. This is a classic, by the book, Dan-style lead gen deal. Leads in advance and passive. I have another prospect on the line and will hopefully have them closed by next week to take me past the 1K mark for January. Stick with the process as you've been trained. It still works.
I know people want to overcomplicate it more than it seems inside the training, but guys, I've been doing this for 10 years. Many of you guys are like, dude, that guy Dan's kind of an idiot, but somehow he's always winning. I've made my money, I've made my millions playing at the lowest barrier and not overthinking things. And I think a lot of people think that you got to get into these super difficult national campaigns to bring in the big dollars. It's like, listen, I'll be catching trout and salmon and you guys can go whale hunting and I'll get fat and you guys will starve, the people that want to go down those routes. And so a word to the wise, catch trout and salmon and get fat with the skill sets you've learned inside this training. Don't trick yourself that it has to be harder than what we trained in the training. It just works. So stay in that lane and pick up easy wins instead of trying to go and demystify the internet, okay? Keep it simple and stupid and you'll win the race.